Movie Recaps presents The Dark Knight. The movie opens with a group of 5 men wearing clown masks breaking into the bank where the mafia keeps a lot of money hidden. As the heist proceeds, the clowns start killing each other off one by one for bigger cuts. A mob bank manager attempts to take out the clowns with a shotgun. One clown shoots the bank manager with a machine pistol, wounding him, and one of the clowns is hit by a school bus driven by another clown that smashes through a wall of the bank backwards. The last clown shoots the driver. The clown goes over, kneels down to the man, and takes off his mask, revealing that he is the Joker. The Joker puts a grenade in the banker's mouth and boards the bus, leaving a long cord from his coat to the pin of the grenade. The pin is pulled, and the grenade is shown to only be a smoke bomb as the bus leaves with all the money inside. The Joker flees the scene, joining a convoy of school buses as the police show up. Then at night, Lieutenant Gordon is shown by the bat signal with Detective Ana Ramirez, who inquires as to when Batman will arrive. Gordon says that if he doesn't arrive, he hopes that it means he's busy fighting crime. In the meantime, the mobsters, led by the Chechen, are dealing with the Scarecrow, who is on the loose after fleeing Arkham Asylum. The mobsters are upset with Scarecrow's bad drugs being bad for business. Suddenly, some people dressed like wannabe Batman start shooting at the mobsters. The Scarecrow remarks that none of them are the real Batman, since the real Batman would never use a gun. Just then, the Batmobile unexpectedly smashes through a barricade, launching rockets into a nearby office, causing the surviving mobsters to flee. When the real Batman shows up, he knocks out one of the wannabe Batman after bending his rifle barrel. After taking a severe bite to the arm from one of the villain's attack dogs, Batman leaps onto the white van as the Scarecrow tries to escape. Batman leaves the Scarecrow, the false Batman, and a few of the mobsters bound together for the police to finally find them. When one of the imposters says that they just want to help Batman, Batman angrily tells the imposter that he doesn't need any help. Gordon arrives at the bank that the Joker had robbed earlier, and Ramirez shows him a security camera photo of the Joker. As Batman arrives to investigate, he observes that the drug money has been radioactively treated to make it more difficult to track him down. Gordon asks Batman whether he thinks the Joker poses a threat, and Batman responds that he can't worry about one individual when there's a whole mafia to take out. As Bruce Wayne recovers from the dog bite the following day, Alfred expresses his worries and advises Bruce to know his limits. He sees Bruce closely monitoring recently appointed DA, Harvey Dent, through a computer display, as Bruce attempts to determine Dent's credibility. Alfred questions whether he's keeping tabs on Dent or Dent's new girlfriend, who is Rachel Dawes. Harvey Dent is rejoining Rachel Dawes to prosecute gangster Salvatore Maroni, who is purportedly the new head of the Falcone crime family. During the trial, one of Maroni's men tries to shoot Dent while he's testifying. The gun misfires and Dent subdues the assailant. Following a brief conversation, Dent and Lieutenant Gordon convey their mistrust of the people who work in each other's offices. Harvey asks Gordon about his relationship with Batman and says he wants to meet him. Gordon asks for warrants to be issued for 5 institutions that are thought to hold the last of the mob's cash. Dent establishes a shaky relationship with Gordon by supporting his search warrants, and Gordon, in turn, lauds Dent as Gotham's White Knight. Meanwhile, Dent queries Gordon about the nickname they had for him while he was at the academy, a term Gordon insists he's unaware of. While discussing a joint venture with Lau, the head of Lau Security Systems in Hong Kong, Lucius Fox calls a board meeting at Wayne Enterprises. Wayne tells Lucius Fox that he has doubts about Lau's business practices and he wants to stop doing business with him. Harvey goes out to dinner with Rachel that evening. Rachel and Harvey see Bruce and his date, the prima ballerina from the Russian ballet. As they all eat together, Bruce dismisses Batman as someone who has issues, but Harvey says that he supports Batman's work and values his assistance. Bruce tells Harvey that he plans to organize a sizable fundraiser in his honor. Meanwhile, the top mobsters are having a private meeting in a restaurant kitchen. Because of their inside sources in the police, they were aware that the banks with their money were going to be searched. Lau appears to them on a television monitor from his plane on his way back to Hong Kong. He informs the mob that all of their money has already been moved to a single secure location. When the Chechen expresses concern over the man with the clown makeup stealing $68 million from one of their banks, Maroni dismisses him as nothing but a nobody. Just then, the Joker enters the room, and after using a, quote, magic trick to kill a crony of a hostile mob member, he sits down and talks with the mob about how pitiful they've become since Batman arrived. He offers to kill Batman for half of the mob's money, telling them that this is their only chance to save themselves. He alerts them to Lau's presence, claiming to know a squealer when he sees one, which causes Lau to switch off his monitor. One of the mobsters gets up from his seat to threaten the Joker. The Joker opens his coat to reveal it is lined with grenades. Gamble threatens the Joker and says he'll pay a handsome reward for someone killing the Joker. The Joker hands the mob his card, a Joker playing card, and tells them to give him a ring when they are ready to take things a bit more seriously. Gordon and Harvey Dent light the bat signal to meet Batman. Dent and Gordon explain to Batman why they need Lau returned. They want to force him to speak and reveal the identities of every mob member. Batman nods and walks away. Wayne meets with Fox and decides to spontaneously book a trip to Hong Kong. Fox is coming with him, giving the impression that his visit was solely intended to stop doing business with Lau. Gamble, while playing pool with some of his friends, has some henchmen enter with a body bag, and they say that the Joker has been killed. Suddenly, the Joker rises, holds a knife to Gamble's face, and has his men place guns to the heads of his associates. After telling a frightening tale about how his father gave him his scars, the Joker murders Gamble. He says there's only one spot available for the 3 surviving associates to join his team. He leaves the 3 with nothing else to do except to battle it out for their lives. Fox travels to Hong Kong to meet Lau. Since cell phones are not permitted on Lau's property, he checks in his phone at the front desk. During their meeting, Fox lets Lau know that Wayne Enterprises intends to cut ties with his business. Fox has a second cell phone that has been modified to generate a sonar map of the vicinity. He sends Bruce Wayne the building's map as he exits the structure, but doesn't pick up the phone he left behind, which will produce a high frequency that will cause the building to lose electricity. Batman glides through the sky, breaks through the window into Lau's office. A skirmish ensues with a few of Lau's guards, and Batman seizes Lau and makes off with him. Dent and Gordon are watching while Rachel questions Lau back in Gotham. Rachel puts pressure on him to return the money he took, but he refuses. Lau informs her that he can provide them with the names of the mobsters and their combined investments, when she threatens to have him transferred to county jail. Dent then understands that they will have the power to connect every mob member in a case of conspiracy. In exchange for Lau's cooperation with the police, he provides the names of the mafia members, and Gordon chooses to retain Lau in a detention cell. Gordon shows up at Maroni's restaurant, and cops storm in to take all of the mob guys into custody. While in court, amid the pile of conviction papers, Judge Janet Cirillo discovers a Joker card. Dent, Gordon, and the commissioner meet with the mayor, informing him that he will have clean streets for 18 months as a result of Dent's hasty indictment of the mobster members. Dent is told by the mayor that his reckless behavior will bring down the entire power of Gotham's underworld on him alone. The dead body of wannabe Batman slams against the mayor's window while wearing a Batman suit, and makeup akin to the Joker's, complete with sliced lips, and the Joker card pinned to him that reads, "Will the real Batman please stand up?" Bruce and Alfred observe a news footage recording of the Joker torturing the wannabe Batman before killing him. He then makes the threat that daily deaths will occur until Batman removes his mask and reveals his true identity to the world. Rachel arrives and mingles with a worried Harvey Dent at his fundraiser at Wayne's penthouse. Wayne arrives by helicopter with 3 models, and he goes looking for Harvey. He gives Harvey a round of applause and declares, "I believe in Harvey Dent." A few minutes later, Rachel confronts Bruce on the balcony, furious that he is making fun of Dent. Bruce reassures Rachel that he genuinely thinks Harvey has the potential to be the White Knight, enabling him to relinquish his Batman identity and spend more time with her. In the meantime, Gordon finds that the Joker card has 3 different sets of DNA: Commissioner Loeb's, Harvey Dent's, and Judge Cirillo's. Gordon perceives this as a danger to their lives and starts making plans to keep all of them safe. But this doesn't work in Commissioner Loeb and the judge's case. Before Gordon can intervene to stop him from drinking tainted alcohol, Commissioner Loeb passes away, and the judge's car explodes when the police arrive to take her into protective custody. When Dent pulls Rachel away to propose marriage, she's conflicted and unable to respond. Rachel watches in dismay as Bruce subdues Dent and locks him in a closet. Bruce informs Rachel that the Joker and his henchmen have come to steal Harvey. The Joker storms in, announcing to the guests that they will be the entertainment for the evening, and that he is trying to find Harvey Dent. After Rachel kicks the Joker, he moves after her and remarks that he enjoys a little fight, until Batman arrives and knocks him down cold. Batman, the Joker, and his thugs get into a battle, and as Batman regains control, he witnesses the Joker hanging Rachel out of a shot-out window while brandishing a revolver at her head. Batman tells the Joker to release her, and the Joker responds that that was a very poor choice of words. And the Joker lets go of her and allows her to fall. Batman dives out of the window to save her, using his cape to slow their fall, and they crash into the roof of a car on the street. Wayne makes an effort to ascertain the Joker's goal the following day. But Alfred tells Bruce that some guys are unreasonably stubborn, that they kill for fun, and that they just want to watch the world burn. When Batman hears about a conspiracy against Harvey Dent, he is seen listening in on a cell phone frequency from the edge of a rooftop. Gordon, Ramirez, and Batman dash to the apartment where they discover the bodies of 2 police officers. Gordon observes that the Joker has left an advance copy of tomorrow's newspaper announcing the premature death of the mayor, while Batman removes a section of concrete wall that contains a bullet used in the killings in an attempt to locate fingerprints. Fox meets with Coleman Reese, Wayne's accountant at Wayne Enterprises, who claims to be aware of Fox's plans for the Tumbler Batmobile. He tells Fox that to keep this a secret, he wants to be paid $10 million per year for the rest of his life. "Let me get this straight," says Fox. "You believe that your client, who happens to be one of the richest and most influential men in the world, is a covert vigilante who spends his nights pounding criminals to a pulp with his bare hands, and you want to blackmail this person." Coleman Reese then slinks away. Wayne investigates a place where he thinks the Joker might be as the memorial service carries on the street below, and discovers some police officers blindfolded and bound. Wayne is informed that their uniforms and firearms were taken. Wayne then examines binoculars that are aimed through the window. There's a timer attached to the window blind. The countdown hits 0, the blinds fly up, and police snipers fire in that direction. The Joker, who has taken off his makeup and is posing as a member of the honor guard for the event, fires at the mayor, but Gordon dives in the way, gets hit in the back, and falls to the ground. While everyone flees in fear, one honor guard member is shot in the leg by the police, who then take him into a truck. As Dent gets into the truck, he notices that the criminal has Officer Rachel Dawes written on his name tag. He phones Rachel and tells her that she is being targeted, and that she should go to Bruce's penthouse, which is the safest location for her. Batman, in the meantime, fights through henchmen and enters a club where he takes Maroni. When he questions Maroni about the Joker's whereabouts, Batman discovers that Maroni doesn't know where the Joker is. Maroni explains that because the Joker doesn't follow the rules like Batman does, no one will give him up. We see that Dent has captured the henchman who was shot in the leg. Dent holds a gun and flips his lucky coin to determine whether he will kill the henchman or not. Batman appears, snatching the coin from midair. He tells Harvey that he will not learn anything from this criminal. He is a psychotic schizophrenic escapee from Arkham Asylum. Additionally, he informs Harvey that all of Dent's hard work for Gotham would be wasted if someone witnessed what he was doing. He instructs Harvey to set up a news conference for the next day, and that he will turn himself in. When Bruce returns to the penthouse, Rachel is already there. Bruce responds that he has enough blood on his hands and that handing himself in is the best thing to do. He reminds her that she pledged to remain with him if and when he gave up being Batman. They kiss after she assures Bruce that she is not his only chance at a normal existence. Bruce is informed by her that the city will never permit them to be together if he turns himself in as Batman. Wayne and Alfred return to Batman's covert headquarters and start deleting any evidence linking Lucius Fox or Rachel to the superhero. In an attempt to dissuade Bruce, Alfred asks him to bear with these difficult circumstances and let Batman make the best decision for the city when no one else can. Harvey makes an effort to persuade the police and media present at the news conference not to succumb to the dread that the Joker has instilled through the city. Although he acknowledges that Batman is a vigilante, he believes that the citizens of Gotham should not hold Batman responsible and resist the Joker's capricious ways. Harvey isn't able to convince the people because they are seized with terror. Harvey declares that he is the Batman, and is handcuffed and taken away, while Bruce Wayne is confused. As Rachel witnesses the press conference taking place at Bruce Wayne's apartment, she confronts Alfred about what she perceives to be Bruce's cowardice in letting Harvey take the fall when he poses as Batman. Alfred explains to Rachel that Batman is instead allowing himself to be something else beside a hero, mainly a figure outside of the system that the people can both turn to or blame in times of need. Rachel gives Alfred a letter for Bruce and tells him to give it to Bruce when the time is right, and hugs him before departing to see Harvey as he's being transported to the county lockup. Before being taken by the convoy to the county lockup, Harvey explains to Rachel that this is Batman's chance. He tosses Rachel the coin, and she tells him he can't leave anything like this up to chance. He says he doesn't. She looks at the coin and realizes that it has 2 heads. As Harvey's being transported, the Joker takes out an RPG and aims it at Dent's armored truck. Batman's tumbler jumps in the way, and the RPG from the Joker hits him. Catastrophic damage is done to the car, forcing him to eject, but the vehicle changes into a Batpod, which pops out the front like a motorcycle. Batman uses his Batpod to pursue the Joker, and once he fires some wires at the truck and weaves them through several buildings and light poles, the truck fully topples. With a submachine gun in hand, the Joker walks towards Batman, yelling for him to hit him. Batman does not hit him and lays down the bike. The Joker leaps at Batman with a knife, and a SWAT team member puts a shotgun to Joker's head. After taking off his mask and helmet, we see that the SWAT member is Lieutenant Gordon, who staged his death in order to save his family. The mayor gives Gordon a promotion to Commissioner Gordon. The Joker is imprisoned alongside a big man who claims that his insides are in pain. Commissioner Gordon receives a call informing him that Harvey was never able to return home. The Joker gets under Batman's skin by telling him that they are both freaks, and that Gotham would turn against Batman when they no longer see him as a need. The Joker only laughs and defiantly tells Batman that there is nothing he can do to hurt him. Batman becomes infuriated, pushes a chair under the door, and punches the Joker viciously. The Joker cruelly reveals that Harvey and Rachel are in separate locations, bound and strapped to explosives that are set to go off soon. Joker reminds Batman that he can only save one of them. Gordon is informed by Batman that he is pursuing Rachel. Gordon gathers his soldiers and goes out to pursue Harvey. Harvey wakes up to hear Rachel's voice on an intercom system that was installed so that they could converse. Rachel expresses her desire to marry Harvey after Harvey reassures her that everything will be all right. Dent stumbles and knocks over a gas drum that covers half of his face, while he tries to shift around on his chair in search of anything sharp to cut his ropes with. Back in the jail, the Joker grabs a police officer and holds him as a hostage, telling the other officers that all he wants is his phone call. After obtaining a cell phone, making the call, the big man explodes because the Joker placed a bomb in that man that is triggered by a cell phone. After grabbing Lau, the Joker leaves the jail. When Gordon gets to Dent's alleged location, the warehouse blows up, killing Rachel. Dent's warehouse also blows up, causing half of his face and body to be burned. When Batman pays a visit to Dent in the hospital, he gives him the 2-headed coin that was discovered in the rubble of the explosion. One side is regular and shiny, the other one is charred and scraped. Alfred reads Rachel's letter. She clarifies that she is getting married to Harvey Dent, and that she meant it when she promised to be with him once he no longer needed to be Batman. But she also says that he will always be Batman. Bruce tells Alfred how devastated he is by Rachel's passing, and how he feels he is to blame for killing them. She was going to wait for him, he informed Alfred, and Alfred chooses not to give him the letter. In the meantime, Harvey finds his now scarred 2-headed coin when he wakes up in the hospital, with a big bandage covering half his face, and yells in pain at losing the only person he loved. Commissioner Gordon meets Dent and tries to express his regret for what happened, asking how Dent can bear to be in constant pain and torment after his disfigurement, and asks him why he refuses skin transplants and medications. Harvey is furious with Gordon for disobeying his advice to not put his trust in the dishonest officers Dent looked into while he was in internal affairs. Gordon sees the massive burns and scarred tissue that cover half of Harvey's face. Dent forces Gordon to say the nickname they had for him in the past, and Gordon says, Harvey Two-Face. Gordon encounters Maroni in the corridor after he's leaving. Maroni informs Gordon that the Joker has gone too far and that he knows where to find the clown if he wants him. Reese, Wayne's accountant, makes an appearance on a TV program and claims to be able to identify Batman. He informs Gotham that he will divulge Batman's identity, but the Joker calls the show and interrupts the program to stop him from doing so. He threatens to blow up a hospital if the accountant is not killed within 60 minutes. The police are called in to try to protect him and get him to safety as a result. All of Gotham City hospitals are being evacuated by more police at the same moment. The Joker tells Two-Face that he needs to bring a little chaos and anarchy into the world. He frees Harvey and then gives him a gun. The next shot features the Joker exiting Gotham General Hospital as it explodes in the background. The Joker then makes another television appearance, saying that Gotham City is now under the Joker's control. It will be difficult for anyone who doesn't want to play his game to leave by using the city bridges, but they should leave if they don't want to be part of it. In the course of it, Two-Face visits a neighborhood pub frequented by Detective Wirtz, the dirty policeman that picked him up following the Joker's capture. After questioning him, he kills Wirtz by tossing the coin, which lands on the dirty side. Simultaneously, Batman employs Fox's cell phone sonar technology to transform every mobile phone in Gotham into a sonar gadget. Fox expresses his disgust that Batman would use this technology to spy on Gotham residents. When the job is complete, Batman instructs Fox to enter his name into the console, and it will indeed destroy the machine. Two-Face keeps interrogating mob associates to identify the filthy cop who abducted Rachel. He discovers that Ramirez is the second police officer when he confronts Maroni in Maroni's vehicle. The coin for Maroni is then flipped, and he is saved. But Dent flips the coin again, he shoots the driver in the head, and the car crashes. In the meantime, the Joker's threat forces two sizable ferries to depart from Gotham. One is home to criminals that Harvey and Gordon assisted in apprehending, while the other is populated by law-abiding individuals who believe that explosives have been installed in the city bridges. Eventually, both ships discover that explosives are scattered throughout the boats themselves, and they find detonators. Through the ferry's loudspeaker, the Joker's voice can be heard, telling them that each boat has a detonator for the opposite boat. The Joker will destroy both boats if one ferry does not hit the button and destroy the other boat by midnight. This causes a great deal of confusion in both boats. Fox tracks down the Joker, who is imprisoned with numerous clown guards in a structure that is still under construction. Concurrently, Two-Face coerces Ramirez into calling Gordon's family and instructing his spouse and kids to meet her at the very location where Rachel was murdered. Later, after hearing Ramirez beg for her life to be spared for the sake of her ailing mother, Two-Face becomes enraged and flips in favor of Ramirez. Since the coin comes up heads, he simply knocks her out and says that she can live to fight another day. Gordon receives a call from his family informing him that Two-Face is holding them captive at the location where Rachel was slain as he approaches the building housing the Joker. Batman bursts into the building as Gordon dashes out to save his family. Batman realizes that the clown guards are actually the hostages, and defeats some SWAT members to stop them from killing the clown guards. After he disables the goons, he makes his way up to the Joker's location. When he meets the Joker at last, the Joker pursues him with the Chechen's Rottweilers. Joker mercilessly hits him with a blunt metal item, and ultimately launches him near the building's edge. The two boats are still arguing about what to do with the detonators at the same moment. One of the biggest and meanest-looking prisoners on the crime boat speaks to the warden requesting to take the trigger, so he may conduct the action the warden should have taken 10 minutes earlier. The prisoner takes it and throws it out of the window. The officials aboard the Innocent ferry have taken votes. Many people have voted to press the detonator and blow up the other ferry. A man finally gets to his feet and grabs the detonator, but decides against using it. The Joker is upset when none of the passengers on the ferry will come to his level and blow up the others. In a final struggle, Batman tosses the Joker over the edge and shoots his grappling gun at him before he can fall to the earth, saving him. The Joker informs Batman that he truly is incorruptible and that the two of them are destined to fight like this forever. But the Joker tells him that his true scheme was to bring about the downfall of Harvey Dent, Gotham's White Knight. Batman departs in search of Harvey, and the SWAT team apprehend the Joker. Gordon finds Two-Face holding his family captive. After being knocked to the ground and threatened with violence, Two-Face grabs Gordon's son, Jimmy, and gets ready to flip the coin to determine his fate. Batman shows up and tells Dent to stop, and to point the finger at those who are truly responsible for Rachel's death. Dent flips the coin and then shoots Batman. When he tosses the coin for himself, it comes out clean. He instructs Gordon to lie to his son and assure him that everything will be okay while he flips the coin for Gordon's son. Batman suddenly gets up, tackles Dent, and the two of them tumble out of the building together. Batman falls to the ground next to Two-Face. Batman bemoans the fact that the Joker ultimately prevailed by destroying the best of them. A symbol of hope and faith that Dent was will fade if Gotham learns of Dent's murders, and all the inmates he assisted in getting back behind bars will be released, causing mayhem. Batman explains that to prevent the Joker from winning and maintaining the tranquility of the city, Gotham can never learn about the killings and assumes responsibility for them. A montage of Commissioner Gordon and other Gotham Police Department officers gathering at Harvey Dent's memorial is shown, and Gordon destroys the bat signal. Batman continues to explain in the background that by accepting responsibility for the murders, the residents of Gotham will be able to feel vindicated for their faith in Harvey Dent, as Batman himself flees from the police who are chasing after him. And with this, the movie ends.